Have you ever noticed how easy it is to slowly drift away from the things that actually bring us peace? I wanted to have a real late night style chat about a pattern I see in my own life and in others around me. It's the habit of running away from God. Not in a massive, dramatic rebellion way, but in a quiet, everyday sort of way. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, distracted, or like you've wandered a bit too far lately, I want you to take a deep breath, put your guard down, and just hang out with me for a few minutes. I think the reason our natural instinct to pull away from prayer or stop prioritizing our relationship with God is because it is inherently in our nature to rebel against God. Think about Adam and Eve. They immediately disobeyed God as one of their first acts on this earth. When life gets messy, it can be easy to forget who we belong to and why we are on this earth. Sometimes we can hyperfixate on worldly desires and put our faith on the back burner. For me, running away often starts through the subtle trap of discontentment. We live in a world that is completely obsessed with consumerism. Each time we open our phones, we are flooded with messages telling us that what we have isn't enough, where we live isn't nice enough, or that we need to buy the next thing to be happy. Before we even realize it, greed slips in, and we become entirely focused on what we lack and instead of what we've been given. I feel like almost any time I hop on social media, at least once in the period I'm scrolling, I feel envious of something someone else has. Whether this jealousy is about clothes people have that I don't, or makeup that people wear, or even places people are going. Sometimes I get fixated on how my wardrobe is not enough, and how I need to buy this and that and I'll be satisfied, not remembering that I already have everything I need in Jesus. This extreme mental noise completely drowned out my desire to talk to God. We also pull away from God by how we treat ourselves physically. The Bible tells us that our bodies are a temple for the Holy Spirit, but when I get stressed out or anxious, I tend to treat my body like an afterthought. We stop resting, we break our healthy habits, we run ourselves into the ground, trying to control everything on our own willpower. And we try to use worldly distractions to numb our exhaustion instead of taking that exhaustion straight to Jesus. Most times, when I treat my body like an afterthought due to worldly desires, I find myself staying up later than I would normally, just filling my mind with things from my devices, knowing that my body needs a good 8 hours of sleep to function properly. Not to mention how terrible it is for your mind to be constantly observing other people's lives. Think back to the times where there was no social media and you couldn't always see anything anybody around the world was doing at any given moment. It's not healthy for our brains and not how God intended for us to live. But here's the most beautiful thing about the character of God. He doesn't sit back, cross his arms, and wait for us to fix our schedules and bad habits, or stop autopiloting before he decides to love us. He doesn't sit waiting for us with a lecture ready. Like the story of the prodigal son in the Bible, the second we even turn our hearts back toward him, he is already running down the driveway to meet us exactly where we are, covered in the dirt of our frantic efforts. He chases us down through our discontentment, through our neglect, and he just wants to hold us in his arms and give us rest. You cannot outrun his grace, and you don't have to clean yourself up before you talk to him tonight. He's already pursuing you. It really is awesome to know that God's love is not based on merit, because if so, I will not get any love, because there's no way I can be perfect. And that's why Jesus was sent down to exemplify the perfect man and to do what we could not. We can turn to him right in the middle of our messy and busy lives and remember that he died on the cross so that we can live for eternity and have a personal relationship with God. Thank you so much for sitting and hanging out with me on the realm today. If you've been feeling like you're running on empty or trying to do it all alone, I hope this was a gentle reminder that you can put those heavy burdens down. Let me know in the comments if there's a specific area you're trying to hand over to God tonight so I can be praying for you. Take a deep breath, take care of your body this week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.